Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Crystalite, and in today's video I just want to do an introduction of, first of all, how is everybody doing. And this time I'm gonna be doing this alone, but with the support of my husband. So if you don't see him here, it's not because of anything, but because this is my thing. So I hope everybody's doing well, and today I just want to share my own I just want to talk about US visas and how to apply for them. And before I begin, I want to issue a disclaimer. And I am not an attorney or an employee of USCIS. I am just sharing my personal experience and my knowledge about these processes. So it doesn't replace your advice from your attorney or from USCIS. So this is only my experience and the experience of others that I know. So today is just an introduction, telling you the various kinds of US visas we have. I'm only going to talk about the popular ones. There are a lot of them, but I'm only going to talk about the popular ones, and then the ones that I know that a lot of people go for, especially people from my country, Ghana. This is just to help and then give you an idea of what to go. There are a lot of people that want to travel to the US but don't even know where to start from, don't know what kind of visas they are supposed to be going for or what to do. So I'm just going to be touching on all these things. It's going to be a series of videos, but this is just an introduction on US visas. So US visas is divided into two. We have the immigrant visas, and then we have the non-immigrant visas. Immigrant means that you are moving permanently into the country. But the non-immigrant visas are the visas that is just temporary. They give you for a while, you come and then you go back to your country. Those ones are the non-immigrant visas. Under the non-immigrant visas, we have a couple of visas that are under that one, and I'm only going to talk about a few, which is like the popular ones, not all of it. It's not limited to what I'm coming to talk about, but this is what I want to talk about. If you don't know which one to go for, you could fall within one of these categories, and then you can do a lot of research on that particular visa choice that you want to go for. So we have B1 visas, which is also called the business visa. There are a lot of people who come into the country to do business, and those ones go for the B1 visas. And then we have J1, exchange visa. So if you want to do an exchange program. And then we have B2, which is the visitor's visa. If you just want to come and then visit, this is the type of visa you want to go for. For medical, this is medical visitor. This is the kind of visa you would probably want to go for, which is the B2 visa. Then we have the H2B, which is the temporary worker visa. There are some people who just want to come do like some temporary work and then go back to their countries. It's a kind of visa that they would be going for. Then we have F1, student visa. Those who want to come and school, maybe masters, PhDs, those who want to climb the academic ladder. Those are the kind of visas you'll be going for, which is the F1. Now we have the B2 visa, which is also the tourist visa. Sometimes they say B1, B2. There are some people who are coming for business as well as tourist or visiting. They are going to be doing the two. so that's why they call it B1, B2. But tourists and then visitors visa is B2. Those are just a few I want to talk about on the non-immigrant part. There are others, but these are like the popular ones I want to talk about. Now we move on to the immigrant visas. Now the immigrant visas are visas that, as I said, people are coming permanently into the United States. So it's like they are moving from one country to the other, and there are various ways, legal ways that they can come into the country with. So under the immigrant visa, the immediate family, which is the immediate relative, and then we also have the family sponsored. Now immediate means that like your nuclear family, and then the family sponsored are like the extended family. Now even with the extended family, it's not everyone you can file for. It also depends if you are a citizen or a legal permanent resident. As time goes on, I would give you some of the acronyms they use during this process, because you might come across them and you might not even understand what those acronyms means. But there are a lot of short forms that they use to label this kind of when you're going through this process. Under the immigrant visas, we have those the kind of visas that citizens can file for, and then the types that permanent residents can also file for. When it comes to immediate relative, so you have spouse, you have your children, if there are any adopted children, stepchildren, they all fall under the immediate spouse. Now when it comes to the other family sponsored ones, that's your parents, your siblings. Those are the only people that you can file for when it comes to the family sponsored visas. Your parents and your siblings. You can't file for aunties, cousins. You can't file for them. So we have various types of visas that come under this particular one. Now if somebody is a citizen and wants to file for somebody outside of the country, they can file for spouses. They can file for children, sons and daughters, and then they can file for siblings. They can file for parents. Now, if you are a permanent resident, there are only two types of people that you can file for, which is your spouse and then your children. You cannot file for parents or siblings. You can only file for two people, spouses and children. Now, let's move on to the type of visas and what they mean under the immigrant visas. We have CR1. Now, CR1 is spousal visa. Like if you're married to somebody and then the person is filing for you to come. And that is only with citizens. CR1 is a citizen filing for their spouse. Now that CR1 means that if at the time that you are entering the country, your marriage is less than 2 years, then that will be the category that you'll be in, CR1. Now, and then we have IR1, which is also the same spousal visa of a citizen, but once your marriage is more than 2 years, then that is the category you fall into. I hope I'm not confusing anybody. CR1 is spouse of a US citizen which their marriage is less than 2 years. IR1 is spouse of a US citizen but more than 2 years. They are determined at the port of entry. I mean, you can start with one and end with the other, or you can start with one and end with that particular one. So there are people who start with CR1 and end with, at the point of entry, they are still CR1. And there are people who start with CR1, but at the time of their entry, they get to IR1. I hope you get what I'm saying. Okay. So, and then we have IR2, we have CR2, which is also the kids, the children of this US citizens. So as I said, if you are CR1, then your kids are going to be CR2. If you're IR1, your kids are going to be IR2. You know, that is what it basically means. And then we have something called K3, but that one these days is not really, they're not really using it. It was something that you file once you file for your spouse. You can you can file the K3 to bring them whilst they wait for a decision. But now it's not really being done. I don't know why, but it's not really being done these days. We have K1 visa. K1 is the fiancé. If you want to file for your fiancé, that's the K1. That's the visa that you go for. K1. If you want to, then we have the DV, which is the lottery, the diversity lottery visas. Yearly there's a form that comes out. I'm sure a lot of people have heard about the DV, the lottery. So that's the type of visa. So when it comes to the spouse of a lawful permanent resident, which is a green card holder, that visa type is called F2A. It's a family-based category. It's F2A. That's for the spouse of a green card holder. And then we have F2B, which is the child of a green card holder. So as time goes on, I'm going to take all these visa types one after the other and tell you what exactly they are, who can file for them and who can file for you, when they can file for you, and you know, how I'll show you probably the government sites that you can go for to find such information. And thank you so much for watching today's video. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please check out our previous videos also, and we'll be bringing you more. Thank you so much for watching, and then we'll see you. I will see you. I will see you in our next video, or in my next video. It's so confusing because I'm doing this alone. Thank you so much, guys. And if you have any questions, you can comment down and I will do my best to answer them. Thank you so much. I'll see you next time.